Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and press the bell icon so that the next time the episode comes up, you get a notification. We are very different and we're both men, but his idea of being a man is this.
तू मर्द है, मर्द बन के रह यार.
ये लाइनें मैंने सुनी है कि क्या लड़कियों की तरह रोता है.
So what? So it's kind of like a slap to the society.
What about, the hair down there?
अरे यार.
आइडिया ऑफ ब्यूटी जो सोसाइटी ने दिया हुआ है ना कि यू शुड लुक लाइक दिस.
Hi everyone, this is Ankush Bahuguna. You have tuned into yet another episode of the Gentleman Show by the Man Company, जहाँ पर हम उस हर एस्पेक्ट के बारे में बात करते हैं जो हमारी लाइफ से बहुत जुड़ा होता है, जिसके बारे में हम बहुत सोचते हैं लेकिन सोचते ही रहते हैं, बात नहीं करते. और ये आज के दिन का तीसरा पॉडकास्ट है जो मैं रिकॉर्ड कर रहा हूँ, विच ब्रिंग्स मी टू माई नेक्स्ट टॉपिक, विच इज़ हसल कल्चर, बिकॉज देर इज़ अ हसल गोइंग ऑन राइट हियर. ओके, एंड हसल कल्चर के बारे में इसलिए क्योंकि यार तुम इंस्टाग्राम खोल लो, यूट्यूब खोल लो, इतना मोटिवेशनल कंटेंट भरा पड़ा है, एंड एवरीबडी इज सेइंग द सेम थिंग्स दैट हसल हार्ड, वर्क हार्ड, डोंट गिव अप, एंड इट्स, I personally find it very aggressive, and I don't know, I just want to discuss this with someone who has founded his own brand, which is a coffee brand called Rage Coffee. We have with us Mr. Bharat Sethi. Hi Bharat.
Hi Ankush, thank you for having me.
Bharat is sitting here so calm and composed, and he's like confident, यार तू पूछ मैं बता दूंगा, and it's intimidating me because हर बार जब कोई गेस्ट आते हैं तो they say कि यार देख लियो मैं ज़्यादा ओवर शेयर ना कर दूँ वगैरह वगैरह, and Bharat is so confident right now, it's giving me stress.
But that's my style. I just like people to take charge. I like them to lead from the front. और यार मेरी life में I think सारा magic ही has happened because I've trusted people and I've let them take charge and do what they know best. So
Just saying this is not helping. It's only doubling the pressure on me right now. मुझे एक बात बताओ, ये hustle का मतलब क्या है? What is hustle? I know that it's subjective, maybe to a certain extent, but what does the word hustle mean, and what does it mean to you specifically?
I think यार hustle, the word in general means that you are out there and you're attacking your goals, you're conquering your day, and that makes you happy. And that hustle basically,
It has that go-getter vibe to it. It's like you said, attacking.
yes,
It's the choice of the word that you chose. It's like, that's why I personally find it a little aggressive, that approach. Go get it, and it's, I don't honestly believe in hustle culture. I believe more in pasar culture. मैं बस पस रहे रहना चाहता हूँ basically.
yeah, honestly, it's not for everyone. I think one of the biggest things that I've discovered is that मुझे किसी ने hustle के बारे में कभी बताया नहीं था. मुझे YouTube देख के hustle नहीं आई. मैं बचपन से hustle कर रहा हूँ.
Right. That's you as a person.
That's me as a person, and I've seen people in my family very close to me who just don't get it, and that
Get
is
what?
Get the culture of hustle, because
Acha.
it's not coming from within. It's not something that is
Ingrained
their
in.
own.
Yeah.
So उसको borrow करना बाहर से या उसको अपनी personality को change करना, I have not seen that to be a positive outcome mostly.
So you think ये जो go-getter attitude है, this is a very personal thing, and people who have it, and people who don't have it, don't have it. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Can people learn it?
People do learn it. I've seen that also. But I think kahin na kahin it's your DNA. It's what you grow up with. And it is a part of your inherent personality.
जो शायद बचपन से दिख जाता है, in the way you approach things.
Yeah. That's what I have seen typically, yaar. Matlab, and the hustle does not necessarily mean being successful or जो hustle कर रहा है वो ही success लेगा. मैं उसमें बड़ा अच्छा एक anecdote बताता हूँ आपको कि I in my company for example like to hire foxes and hedgehogs both.
Okay.
अब इसका बहुत सारा different kind of meanings and analogies हैं, but overall for me that is, some people stay calm, they do one thing, they do that one thing supremely well. And then there are foxes who do 10 things and they do all those 10 things on time, perfectly good.
hustlers. They're
Hustlers, right?
जैसे हम बोलते हैं ना कि he's a hustler.
Yeah.
Basically means that he's tackling more than more than a general person could. Like he's challenging his capabilities every day, and
Yeah. Yeah.
he's not stopping.
Yeah, absolutely. So there are all kinds of people यार. मतलब hustler जो word है, to me it's not something that I feel it's it's breaking or moving the needle for me. मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि अगर कोई hustler है तो वो मेरे लिए as a person मैं उसको बोलूँगा कि that person is doing a better job. It is a part of your DNA. It's a part of जिसके साथ आप बड़े होते हो, and that might lead you to success.
It's such an important thing to say what you just said, because I also agree that some people are hustlers by just the way they're built, and some people are maybe their philosophy is slightly different. Their approach to things is slightly different. They're not as aggressive in their approach. They're not as they may not be as ambitious also sometimes, which is okay.
Which is perfectly fine.
But ये motivational content देख के सबको लगता है कि सबको यही करने की जरूरत है. You know what I mean?
यार mostly जो लोग जबरदस्त हसल करते हैं ना, वो इंटरनेट पे हसल का पढ़ के हसल नहीं कर रहे. वो इंटरनेट से देख के या 4 लोगों की सुन के बात नहीं बोलते. नहीं, आज सुबह मेरे को 6 बजे उठना और रात को 12 बजे सोना और मुझे 15 घंटे काम करने हैं. यार ऐसा नहीं है. मैंने नहीं देखा उन लोगों को, because it's not sustainable.
Right.
If it's
you can attempt it.
You can attempt it, but if it's not within you, अगर आपको अंदर से नहीं आता कि आपको you want to become the best swimmer in the city or in the country, then कितना कोई motivate कर लेगा आपको? 2 दिन होएगा, 3 दिन होएगा ना.
And some people उनकी लाइफ में जो करियर में करे, that's their biggest aspiration in life in general. Some people look at jobs just like jobs, कि मैं जा रहा हूँ काम पे, पैसा कमा रहा हूँ, वापस आ रहा हूँ, and I have other aspects to my life that are equally important to me. Some people are like कि नहीं, मुझे लाइफ में ये करना है, ये मेरा गोल है, मैं करूँगा, I will hustle my way to the top.
Yeah.
So when you said ना कि अलग-अलग तरह के लोग होते हैं, this is what reminded me of that. कि I know so many of my friends are very ambitious. So many of my friends are doing जितना ज़रूरी है, and they're happy with that.
हाँ, मतलब perfect है यार. I think.
So there's nothing wrong with that, right?
Again, absolutely not, because either you can listen to who you are, or you can fight it. Fighting it is not sustainable. It's not helpful in the long run. और दूसरी बात, success is not coming only to hustlers. ऐसा तो नहीं है ना.
It's not reserved for only
It's not
people
reserved
who
for
hustle.
people who are only hustling. हाँ यार, मतलब किसी को hustle पसंद है, वो sustainable है, उसको किक ही, उसका पूरा जो biology है, उसकी endorphins, उसके all the chemicals in the body, dopamine releases through hustle. मैं मिलता हूँ, मैं काम करता हूँ दिन भर ऐसे लोगों के साथ. Some people are calm, impactful, but calm, the hustle is not there. But they're so amazing at what they do. And then there are hustlers who are driving some parts of the business which these guys could not able to do.
Fair.
And दोनों मतलब
कि अपनी जगह है.
अपनी जगह है और बहुत it's at the absolute right equal spot.
But do you think that this word hustle has become like a catchphrase on social media to, just, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I had to stay away. I don't know much.
Yeah, are you not active on social media?
I try to stay away.
Why?
It's a waste of my time. I should not say this, but
You said it. Not editing that out at all.
Oh God. नहीं यार, I think personally for me, it doesn't give me the best value for my time. A business runs on social media.
You really are talking like a hustler. It does not give me value for my time. Oh my God. ऐसा लग रहा है मेरी पूरी लाइफ मैंने वेस्ट कर दी है.
नहीं यार, प्लीज ऐसा, वही मैं अभी तो बेसिक फंडामेंटल वही बताया ना. इट इज मी.
मुझे थोड़ा धीरे समझ आता है.
मैंने भी सोशल मीडिया पे स्पेंड काउंटलेस टाइम. आई डोंट एंजॉय इट.
राइट.
I like to keep my life private and I like to not be out there. And personally मेरे को time waste करने में यार एक time था बड़ा मजा आता था. About 6, 7, 10 years back. But now I think they're all playing with our minds and we don't want them to
As
play.
someone whose career depends on social media, I will maintain my silence on this. But yeah, honestly, if I talk about myself, hustle culture की जब बात होती है ना, it has made me very uncomfortable. Because I'm an actor, writer, content creator, and I have ambitions. And मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि this I've talked about in a YouTube video also बहुत पहले, कि मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि हम लोग हमारा जो एम्बिशन मीटर होता है ना दिमाग में कि हमारा ये एम्बिशन है, हमें लगता है उसकी डिफ़ॉल्ट सेटिंग 100 ही होनी ज़रूरी है. हमें बचपन से जब स्पेशली एज मैन वी आर टोल्ड कि करियर में कुछ नहीं उखाड़ा तो तुमने लाइफ में कुछ नहीं उखाड़ा. एंड इट्स सच अ competitive वर्ल्ड आउट देयर. एवरीबडी doesn't get to the top. That's not how ranking works. If someone is at the top, there will be people at the bottom also. Absolutely. Right? And everybody finds their own place eventually. But there's this constant pressure कि तुम जो कर रहे हो तुम अपने करियर में बेस्ट करो. Every day give it your best shot. And that honestly scares me. I feel that it becomes like a rat race and then sometimes you stop enjoying what you're actually doing. True. You forget कि तुमने ये करियर चूज ही क्यों किया था. And you know, people take careers why? Because they want to earn money. So as long as that need is being met, it is okay to have your ambition at like aspiration and ambition at 50% also. It's very personal. Some people compromise their comfort just to get successful. They're like, nahi, main, for example, I'm an actor. People keep telling me, tu Bombay क्यों नहीं shift होता? Tu Bombay shift होते को और opportunities मिलेंगी. And I'm aware of that. And I'm aware कि मैं Bombay shift नहीं हो रहा, उस वजह से I may be losing out on opportunities. But I know the kind of person that I am. If I go to Bombay and if I put myself in such an uncomfortable position, मेरा motivation गिर जाएगा. It's not going to motivate me. It's going to demotivate me. Because me as a person, I thrive in a little bit of comfort and a lot of ambition. But if that comfort is snatched away from me, the comfort of being around people that matter to me, the comfort of having a personal life, comfort of having friends next to me, I will not survive. And you know, and I keep thinking like मुझे हर कोई same advice देता है and I'm like यार ज़रूरी है क्या कि हर कोई 100% efforts डाले. मतलब मुझे तो ऐसा लगता है कि मेरी एक boundary है that I will not cross. I will hustle till a point, but the moment it starts taking over my life, I may step back. And I've accepted that maybe फिर मुझे थोड़ा ही मिलेगा जो मुझे चाहिए. You can still wish for the stars and still be okay with whatever little you get because you know कि तुम effort ही उतना डालने के लिए ready हो.
Correct.
So I've come to this realization, which is why I strongly feel that, you know, this hustle culture, this concept has to be customized for everyone. Yes. Everyone is very differently built mentally. Yeah.
No, I think you're absolutely right.
I don't know if I made sense, but
you made. Yeah, I think that's what we've been talking also, right? It's very, subjective, and you know, I'll tell you what happens. जो मेरी life में हुआ है अभी तक जो मैं देखता हूँ यार कि it is not to prove to others who I am, what I am capable of, कितना कर सकता हूँ, कैसे कर सकता हूँ. The realization is, as an, when I'm growing also, it is about internalization. अंदर क्या है, अंदर से how can you prove to yourself your own worth and be content and happy with that. That is the whole game. External validation is a bottomless pit. वो चलती रहेगी, उसके तो अंत नहीं है कोई.
Is that an attack?
No, but I'm telling you, seriously, that I don't know if it helps somebody to know that seeking validation.
It's a good push for people, but you can't depend on it forever.
Yeah. Most amazing things in your life will come from your internal drive, which is also dependent on your external factors.
Somewhat, yeah.
वो हमेशा रहेगा कि आप इन्फ्लुएंस होते हो, आप किसी के जैसा बनना चाहते हो, आप किसी को बीट करना चाहते हो, कंपैरेटिव स्पिरिट हाई है आपकी, पर अल्टीमेटली इट ऑल सेटल्स डाउन ऑन योर ओन. अंदर से आपको क्या करना है, और अगर वो आप अचीव कर लेते हो, मोस्ट केसेस यू शुड बी हैप्पी और यू शुड बी फाइन विद इट. दैट्स व्हाट आई हैव लर्न. मतलब मेरे को एक ब्रांड बनाना है which stands the test of time. मैं हूँ नहीं हूँ वो ब्रांड, मेरे को अपना ब्रांड देखना है इन सुपरमार्केट्स इन न्यूयॉर्क, इन पेरिस, इन मेलबर्न. अब मुझे तो किसी ने नहीं बोला कि आप कोई करना है, ना कोई इसका ब्लूप्रिंट कहीं पर पड़ा हुआ है. नोबडी
की फॉर्मूला है,
कोई फॉर्मूला नहीं है. इट्स माई जर्नी. आई वॉन्ट टू डू इट माई वे, एंड दैट ड्राइव कम्स फ्रॉम a lot of other factors, but mostly it's internal. Most of it is internal.
Are you a competitive person?
यार, if I say I'm not, then I would be lying a lot. मेरे को अंदर से नहीं लगता, but मुझे लोग बोलते हैं बहुत.
ये सब competitive लोग का यही होता है. उनको नहीं लगता कि competitive है, पर वो होते हैं. We are made to believe कि every decision that we take in life is a make or break situation. हर चीज़ जो तुम आज डिसाइड करोगे उससे या तो तुम्हारा करियर बन जाएगा या तो तुम बिल्कुल ही फेल हो जाओगे. And life is so strange that sometimes it may feel like the best decision at that point. 5 years later, it won't even matter.
Yeah.
And sometimes जिस direction में तुम धीरे धीरे काम कर रहे थे, that will lead up to such a big door. So
Yes.
you also have to understand that life has its own plans sometimes, you know. And तुम कुछ भी करोगे, it's not one decision is not going to change your life.
Yes.
It's an amalgamation of a lot of other factors.
Yeah. No, this is one of my biggest learnings in business and life, that there is no end game. There is no end point.
क्या destination है, क्या है वो?
Absolutely. So you, because I started off very, very young, very early. कुछ idea नहीं था कि business चलता कैसे है, बनता कैसे है. So I think I have made so many mistakes to realize यार सबसे बड़ा लाइफ में चेंज ही ये था कि गलतियां कर इतनी गलतियां करी, और कभी भी आइडिया नहीं था कि पता ही नहीं था कि हसल कल्चर में ये भी है कि आपको टाइम फ्री नहीं होना चाहिए आपके पास. मतलब आई एंजॉय
गिल्टी फील करो तुम.
ये आई हियर इट समटाइम्स एंड आई एम लाइक नो, इफ यू नॉट टेकिंग टाइम ऑफ देन यू विल रस्ट.
एंड तुम्हें पर्सपेक्टिव कहाँ से मिलेगा ऑन द थिंग्स दैट यू डूइंग. एंड यू नो कभी कभी यू टेक डिसीजंस एंड देन यू नीड टाइम ऑफ टू अंडरस्टैंड कि यार मैंने सही किया, डू आई रियली वांट दिस, या ये मोमेंटरी वो था. एंड आई ऑल्सो फील दैट यार तुम so many people will be on crossroads in life multiple times कि ये करूँ कि वो करूँ. Should I go for option A? Should I go for option B? I just want to sometimes say to them कि यार it doesn't matter, whatever you choose will lead you somewhere. ऐसा नहीं है कि एक तरफ तो you know जन्नत है और एक तरफ खाई है, ऐसा नहीं होता है. No matter which path you take, life will take you somewhere.
Yes.
ऐसा भी हो सकता है that you open door A but it leads to door B only.
Yeah.
Right? So every decision is not make or break. Just do what you think makes sense right now.
Yeah.
आगे का किसको पता है यार?
And it should be your own decision. That's another important factor. It should not be influenced by people. I mean, it should be, you should hear your folks out, you should hear your family out and friends,
course.
good well wishes out. But overall यार ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. मेरे को लगता है कि आप कोई भी decision out of your own will ले रहे हो, because वो डिसीजन सही या गलत से ज़्यादा यू विल मे बी नॉट फील वेरी कंटेंट विद इट, एंड दैट विल रिफ्लेक्ट इन द आउटकम ऑफ दैट डिसीजन.
तो फिर तुम्हारा हार्डवर्क शायद काउंट भी नहीं करेगा बिकॉज यू आर नॉट पुटिंग इट इन द राइट वे. कितने सारे लोग होते थे स्कूल में हु आर सो मेहनती बट उनके मार्क्स नहीं आते थे. क्यों? बिकॉज दे वर नॉट कट आउट फॉर एकेडमिक्स. मेहनत पूरी करते थे बट अगर इफ यू आर नॉट मेड फॉर समथिंग, हाउ डू यू एक्सपेक्ट टू. एंड ये मेरा पर्सनल ओपिनियन है, दिस नॉट एन एडवाइस टू पीपल. आई जस्ट फील दैट समटाइम्स बहुत एडवाइस ले लेके आपका इंट्यूशन किल हो जाता है.
हाँ.
आपका जो इंस्टिंक्ट होता है ना, जो शुरू में आता है कि यार मुझे ये करना चाहिए, बट देन पीपल टॉक सो मच अबाउट इट, अपने 2 सेंट्स ऐड करेंगे कि वो खो जाता है. फिर यू नो लॉन्गर नो व्हाट योर हार्ट वांट्स.
यार दिस इज सच एन इम्पॉर्टेंट पॉइंट यू मेंशन, बिकॉज जब व्हेन आई वाज स्टार्टिंग रेज एट दैट टाइम, एक जगह मैंने पढ़ा भी था, बट ओवरऑल I was starting to figure out कि यार you are special or your business will be special because you have identified something that others can't or others have not. Okay.
इसको क्या बोलते हैं? फिलिंग द गैप, ऐसा कुछ बोलते हैं ना, फिलिंग द गैप.
You know, मतलब आप जो देख रहे हो वो आप देख रहे हो और आपके अराउंड कोई नहीं देख रहा.
हाँ.
और आप उन लोगों से एडवाइस ले रहे हो जाके
on that
जिन लोगों को दिखता ही नहीं है वो जो आपको दिख रहा है. अब इसमें क्या होएगा, इसको बेसिकली देन यू विल गेट अ यू नो डेटा सेट ऑफ एडवाइस दैट इज एक्चुअली यू नो नॉट इवन ट्रू. एब्सोल्यूट, मतलब दैट
relevant.
इट्स नॉट रेलेवेंट एक्चुअली. सो अगर आपको
productive, it's not productive for you.
yeah, I mean you will end up not doing something because you've taken advice from people who don't get it. उनको पता ही नहीं है कि यार कॉफी की मार्केट में क्या गैप था.
They're not the right jury for this. Yeah.
So as you mentioned ना, ज़्यादा एडवाइस लेके ज़्यादा अपना ओवर एक्सपोजर ऑफ योर यू नो ideas or your thoughts, sometimes I feel that it leads to you know killing the joy of doing something.
So Bharat, you tell me, what was your hustle as an entrepreneur? What were the struggles? What would you call your hustle? क्या था वो hustle?
Yeah, my hustle has been, I think, just the drive to make my own worth count to myself. मतलब यार मेरे को लगता है कि when I was 21 I founded a internet company. मुझे उस टाइम पे लगता था कि मुझे किसी ने I joined a large organization, 4 दिन में मैंने छोड़ दिया. तो मैं घर आया तो my mom told me हाफ डे लेके आ गया था मैं एक्चुअली. तो my mom asked me rather कि you know, and I was very angry, I was very furious, so she figured it out and she was like, मैंने कहा they're not you know giving me enough respect. And my mom's like ठीक है, मतलब 4 लोगों को बाहर
Respect in the sense?
यार मतलब गंदा काम करवा रहे थे, एक्सेल में नंबर्स भरवा रहे थे. And I had done throughout my college life, I had done several internships. इतना टैलेंट था मेरे में उस टाइम पे, तो मेरे को सही जगह तो डाल के देखो एक बारी. बट वो मेरी गलती थी, नॉट टू बी एबल, उनकी गलती नहीं थी. The ability, see your own self-worth, if you don't realize, nobody else will.
But for some people it takes time also, not?
No, it takes time. No, I'm just saying कि यार वो time लगता है, वो journey है सबकी. But when I started up 21, started a career, ठीक है, entrepreneurship में घुस गया उस time पे. Too many mistakes I made, but too many learnings also I took out of those.
That was a fairly new time for startups and entrepreneurship.
2011.
Yeah, fairly new.
Fairly new as in everything was new. मुझे तो startup का मतलब, मुझे तो धंधा बनाना था. मुझे कुछ नहीं पता था कि
Actually जब आप कुछ चीज़ पहली बार करो तो आपके लिए तो न्यू ही है, चाहे दुनिया में कब से हो रहा है आपके लिए तो न्यू ही है.
मेरे लिए तो न्यू था. तो मेरा हसल यार बड़ा सिंपल है. Just the ability to go out and now it's changed. I want to generate, you know, मेरा target है that I want to generate 10,000 people's employment in the next 5 years. I need to be able to build a brand that is globally well known. कोई अगर न्यूयॉर्क में बैठा है, कोई अगर एनी पार्ट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड में कहीं बैठा है, वो रेज कॉफ़ी इंडियन ब्रांड. सो कुछ अब चीज़ें बदल गई हैं, बट ओवरऑल इट स्टेम्स फ्रॉम द सेम थिंग्स दैट यार भरत, कैन यू डू इट, कैन यू अटेम्प्ट टू डू इट. आई टेल माई सेल्फ और आस्क माई सेल्फ, एंड देन इफ द आंसर इज येस, लेट्स ट्राई इट. होएगा, नहीं होएगा तो समथिंग एल्स विल हैपन आउट ऑफ इट. So that's all.
It's so interesting that hustle means such different things to people. Like if I look at my own journey, my hustle has not been my work. My hustle has been not giving up. My hustle has been every day waking up and, you know, still believing कि in the bigger picture, these small little steps, small little victories will lead me somewhere. Even though like as an actor, every week you give so many auditions and then you never hear back. Or you get rejected and then you see people getting ahead. And you're like, वो भी same चीज़ कर रहे हैं, मैं भी same चीज़ कर रहा हूँ, वो आगे बढ़ रहे हैं, मैं क्या गलत कर, am I in the wrong field, or when will I know that it is time to give up? Because you don't know. You see, the thing is, आप life में कुछ भी करो, वो एक बार हो गया तो it's very easy to say कि यार मुझे दूसरी चीज़ करनी चाहिए थी, पर ये आपको नहीं पता कि यार आप दूसरी चीज़ करते तो क्या वो रिजल्ट बेटर होता, क्या पता वर्स भी होता. So you will always have to live with the doubt कि क्या what if will never, you will never get an answer to what if in life. So my hustle has always constantly been to still keep at it. That has been my hustle.
That is also my hustle. I don't have only one kind of hustle, or I think also with everyone I think एक ही तरह की hustle नहीं है किसी की कि यार मैं,
yeah, that's also true.
You know, and the other thing is that keeping at it is the fundamental thing. सबसे बेस पे तो वही है कि every day you wake up and you are like, I have to go after this again. Journeys हैं. अभी 2017-18 when I was trying to build Rage, you know, and start Rage rather, कुछ था ही नहीं उस टाइम पे. And there were many times I woke up in the morning and there was a voice in my head that told me, यार आज मत कर, आज बस, you know, stay in. And now you might say that it's easy, that it's behind me so I can say this, but एक voice जो maybe थोड़ी सी ज़्यादा loud थी, वो ये थी कि यार get up, go, run. You're not going to sit home. So I think because my discoveries were all with the manufacturers, जाके vendors के साथ बैठता था पूरा दिन, many times I was kicked out of their offices also because अबे यार नहीं बनाते हम, नहीं करते. You know, बहुत चीज़ें थी ऐसी यार, मतलब salaries नहीं थी staff को pay करने के लिए, and these people were people who believed in me, and then imagine अभी तो आप अपने आप को face कर रहे हो, 10 लोगों को face करना है जाके जिनकी who are looking up to you.
Right.
That is disappointment, and that is something मेरे को तो drive ही वहीं से आती थी यार कि I have to get these people. They believe in me. I have to go out for them every day.
I wanted to bring up this whole idea of taking breaks and taking time offs is because, again, my personal opinion, hustle culture and whatever you know of it from the internet leaves no space for it.
पता नहीं कौन सा culture है यार. I have no
And
idea.
it's great that people want to hustle and all, but I just think that वो एक चीज़ भूल जाते हैं हम लोग अक्सर कि हसल करते करते अपने आप को लूज भी नहीं करना ना, बिकॉज you are your biggest asset. If you lose yourself in the process, then it doesn't matter what you were chasing because you're not in it anymore.
Yeah, burnout is a real thing. It has
It's a
happened to me.
very real thing.
It is very real. And
क्या होता है burnout? पहले let's tell our listeners what the word burnout means.
Yeah, you know, to me it happened when I was running my first company, and mostly I think I wasn't aware कि होता क्या उस time पे. In fact, I have not digressed much into it. I just know one thing, that I sold the company because I burnt out. That company had so much potential. It had so much it could do. But just because I actually just lost interest because I burnt out. You know, I was a sports person. I was on the go always. And
You were sports. What sports did you play?
Football. I was playing football. I played football, you know, throughout my school life, college life. I mean, something that gives me happiness, right?
Do you still play?
I try to play, yeah.
Oh, that's great.
But मैंने 4 साल बंद कर दिया. मैं वही बता रहा हूँ, उन 4 सालों में, you know, दोस्ती, सब friends, family, I was unavailable for anybody. Every day, 12 hours, सब कुछ खुद करना है. Sense थी नहीं कि यार जो पढ़ा है उसको स्केल कैसे करना है, उसको बड़ा कैसे करना है. घुसे हुए हैं उसमें. And then suddenly, I think 1 or 2 months, I was like, I just don't want to go to office. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to see those same faces. I just, and to me, then I realized that I'd burnt out, and that was going back in that space is, you know, I think of it and I actually feel like यार वो space में जो मुझे वापस जाना नहीं है कभी. And वो हुआ इसलिए था because, you know, this clockwork life that had happened.
हमारे creators में तो ये scene होता है कि I'm sure all the creators listening to this, if they are, they would relate to this कि creators में burnouts तो happen very quickly, very periodically. Every 3rd, 4th month एक phase आएगा where you wake up with this anxiety कि यार आज क्या content बनाए, आज कैसे अपनी relevance prove करें. And you know, रोज़ content बनाते हो, but आप रोज़ आपके दिमाग में ये question नहीं होता कि आज अपनी relevance कैसे prove करें, आज क्या करें ऐसा, और मेरे दिमाग में ideas क्यों नहीं आ रहे. But sometimes that entire process becomes, it weighs you down. Heavy feeling होती है कि ना काम होता है उस दिन, ना तुम, and I am someone जो pressure के अंदर productive भी नहीं होता. I was that बच्चा in school जो अगर होमवर्क है जो नहीं करने का मन है तो ना वो होमवर्क करेगा ना वो मस्ती करेगा, क्योंकि मस्ती करने में गिल्ट होगी और होमवर्क करने में मौत आएगी. तो वो बैठे बैठे बस सोचता रहेगा, तो ना रेस्ट मिलेगा ना वो काम होगा. सो आई बिकम एक्सट्रीमली अनप्रोडक्टिव व्हेन आई एम अंडर प्रेशर. सो जब मेरा बर्नआउट होता है, एंड इफ आई फोर्स माई सेल्फ टू मेक कॉन्टेंट, विच इज़ हैपनिंग बाय द वे राइट नाउ, दैट साइकिल जो है वो चल रही है, वो आजकल चल रही है. आई एम ग्लैड आई एम शूटिंग दिस पॉडकास्ट क्योंकि मुझे रील्स बनाने से थोड़ा रिलीफ मिल रहा है अभी. देन आई डिसाइडेड कि नहीं हो रहा, आई गिव इट 2-3 days, आई गिव इट अ वीक, छोड़ दो, नहीं फोर्स करूँगा अपने आप को, क्योंकि फोर्स करने से फ़ायदा तो हो ही नहीं रहा है ना. या तो फ़ायदा हो रहा है तो आई किल माई सेल्फ फॉर इट, बट नहीं हो रहा है. इवन द कॉन्टेंट दैट आई मेक समटाइम्स अंडर प्रेशर, पीपल टेल मी इट्स नॉट फनी यार, इट्स नॉट रियली यू, वो एफर्टलेसनेस नहीं आ रही, वो दिख रहा है.
That energy will pass.
But then I sometimes also feel with entrepreneurs, with creators, with people जिनकी जॉब अपने हाथ में है, उनके लिए तो you can make your own rules. Imagine what happens to people with 9 to 5 desk jobs. They have to turn up every day.
यार entrepreneurs के लिए भी actually बिल्कुल नहीं है, क्योंकि I'll tell you why, because ये मेरा learning भी था कि यार मुझे ऐसा लगता था कि freedom मिलती है बहुत.
नहीं मिलती?
Freedom, far from freedom, because पहले तो you are, यार if you're in a job, could be aggressive, could be simple, 9 to 5, whatever, right? You're answerable to 1 or 2 people. You're reporting to your immediate manager mostly. You're, as a business person, as somebody who's doing anything that is running a team collectively and that pressure is on you, then you are
you have more at stake than your employees. Is that what you're
more at stake. नहीं, stake की बात नहीं करते अभी again.
अच्छा.
Let's talk about the responsibilities, the accountability.
Yeah.
You are accountable to your employees, you're accountable to your vendors, you're accountable to your customers.
And even if your employees mess up, it's you who's going to have to
Of course.
it's going to trickle up to you actually. not
बहुत
trickle
बारी
down.
होता है ऐसा यार कि यू नो दैट इट्स दूर से लगता है कि यार क्या फ्रीडम होगी, क्या लाइफ होगी, बट एक्चुअली वो लाइफ उसको पसंद आती है, तो लाइक मुझे बहुत पसंद है, राइट. सो आई एम नॉट, टू मी आई वुड नॉट डू एनीथिंग एल्स इन लाइफ बिकॉज मुझे पसंद है, राइट. बट you're also answerable to your investors, you're answerable to the, you know, the, if you are lucky enough to build a large company, you're answerable to people who've put faith in you in the form of money. So यार मतलब बहुत कुछ होता है, उसको accountability बढ़ती रहती है, मतलब accountability is multifold.
Basically काम ना कुछ भी easy तो नहीं होता है, हर एक के लिए, हर एक like every profession has its own you know challenges. and जैसे अभी मुझे भी लगा ना कि freedom होती है, ऐसे मैंने casually बोल दिया, ऐसे हर प्रोफेशन के बारे में सब लोगों को कितनी, जैसे when you go on social media and you see about entrepreneurs and it's become like a thing, you know, entrepreneur बनना है, सबको अपना startup खोलना है, there is so much conversation about it. ये तो बोलता ही नहीं है कोई. They always talk about कि मैंने अपना brand खोल लिया और अब मैं I am my own boss बोलते हैं ना, nobody is my boss, I am my own boss. But boss का जो pressure होता है वो भी तो है ना.
If you are honest to your job as an entrepreneur, as a leader, बहुत प्रेशर है.
और जब बोलते हैं ना flexible hours of working, I want to debunk this myth. When people say that certain professions में people have flexible hours, that basically means रात को 2-2 बजे भी काम होता है. That doesn't mean कि तुम 1 बजे काम कर सकते हो. Sometimes, yeah, sure, like as a content creator, some days I can choose not to shoot. But that's also because some days I have to shoot like लगातार for like 20-30 days without a break. And I'm not saying that my profession is any more difficult than yours or yours is any more difficult than someone else's. Because that actually brings me to another topic. Bharat, does hustle ever stop?
It's for each to his own. Hustle stop उसके लिए हो सकती है जो forcefully hustle कर रहा है. मैंने जैसे बताया था, if the hustle is not coming from within, and the definition of hustle also changes, right?
वो तो होता ही है.
Right? When I started out, for example, I was spending 14-16 hours a day, right? In front of the system. Got a back problem, put on a lot of weight, you know, burnt out in 4 years, right? Hustle किया, क्या मिला? हाँ, बहुत कुछ हुआ, अच्छा. But then there were learnings. So I think it evolves. The definition should change. And that's about it. But for me personally, I think that's the way of life for me. But for somebody who's borrowing it or thinking of doing it because कोई और कर रहा है, it might not be sustainable. That's my personal view. हो सकता है मैं गलत हूँ, but this is how I feel.
That's a lot of food for thought actually. And I think we're coming to the close of this episode now. We're coming close to the end of this episode. What am I saying? And इसको conclude कैसे करें, क्योंकि हमने इतनी सारी बातें कर ली हैं. And I've realized that there is no one thought that will make sense to everybody on the whole. Everybody approaches their careers, their aspirations so differently, and hustle means so many different things to people. And you have to just decide it for yourself, I think, and just don't burn out. Just self-preservation is as important as how successful you are, because if you're not taking care of your mental health, if you're not understanding who you are as a person and how far you can go, understand your boundaries, understand how far you can go for success, the journey is going to be difficult.
No, you've summed it up really well, actually. Just focus on your own journey and try to make time for, you know, happy things, small things, and try to find some.
Just breathe. कहीं ना कहीं तो निकल ही लोगे यार. सब पहुंच जाते हैं कहीं ना कहीं. It's not a make or break decision that you have to take right now. And with that we come to our next segment, which is called कुछ करते हैं यार. So इसमें आज हम खेल रहे हैं एक word association game. You know how I'll give you a word, जो first word उससे आता है, you say that. The first word that comes to your mind, you can't take time. Let's start?
Yeah.
Okay. The first word is entrepreneurship.
Hustle.
Wow, convenient. Energy.
Bharat.
Mind.
Soul.
Hustle. You can't say entrepreneurship. Quick hustle.
Man company show.
Wow. Free time.
Free time, family.
Movies.
Don't watch.
Instagram.
Business.
Relaxing.
Travel.
Competition.
Lovely.
Success.
Success. Joy.
Okay, that's it. Before we let you go, I'm going to ask you one final question. Define the modern gentleman in one word.
Confident.
Confident. Okay.
Aware.
Aware तो बोल चुका है कोई, आप aware नहीं बोल सकते.
तो confident.
Confident. Okay, so according to Bharat, if there could be one word that could, define the modern gentleman, it would be confident.
Yeah.
Confident in their journey, confident with their hustle, as we like to call it. Thank you so much, Bharat. This was a very insightful conversation. I have so much food for thought after this. Like, I'm going to go back home and think about so many things that you've put so simply, itni easily, itni sari baatein bol di. Thank you so much. I hope you had a good time on this podcast.
Thank you so much. I had a wonderful time, and I think we did not even get to know how much time we spent.
Yeah, we've been talking for so long.
Wonderful.
But thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. This is Ankush Bahuguna signing off from yet another episode of The Gentleman Show by The Man Company. And please give us your feedback on social media @Ankush Bahuguna, @The Man Company. And also you can watch this on YouTube and tell us in the comments what you think. And I promise I'll read them. Okay. All right. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.